Did you know your dog can die from heat stroke in less than an hour? I'm not exaggerating. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the 3 deadly signs most owners miss until it's too late. These signs show up in a specific order, and if you don't spot them in time, your dog could be in fatal danger. What dog heat stroke is, and why it's so dangerous. Heat stroke turns your dog's own body into his worst enemy within minutes. Here's the problem. Your dog can't sweat the way you do. While you have countless sweat glands all over your skin, your dog has only a few on the pads of his paws and nose. That difference sets up an internal death trap. When it's hot, your dog relies entirely on panting to cool off, yet that system fails fast. Your dog's normal body temperature is about 102 degrees Fahrenheit. When it climbs to 106 degrees Fahrenheit, his vital organs start to fail. The heart pumps overheated blood that damages the brain, kidneys, and liver. Death can occur in as little as 15 minutes once this critical temperature is reached. The sneakiest part is your dog can look normal until he suddenly collapses. There are no obvious warnings at first, but there are 3 specific signs that appear in sequence before total collapse, and I'm about to tell you about them in the next section. Before we go on, I need you to know all the information in this video is for education and does not replace professional veterinary advice. Every dog is unique. What works for one could be dangerous for another. Your vet knows your dog's medical history, specific conditions, and individual risk factors. Set up an emergency plan with your vet before the heat waves hit. Keep the phone number of the nearest emergency vet clinic handy. The 3 warning signs. These 3 signs show up in a specific order. Each one marks a more dangerous stage that can take you from relief to tragedy in minutes. The key is to catch the first sign before it's too late. The first deadly sign is heavy panting. Your dog pants faster and deeper than normal. He may still look active, maybe even playing, but his body is already overheating. This panting is different. It isn't the usual post-run panting. It's more desperate and faster. His breathing becomes labored and less efficient. At this stage, your dog can still walk and respond to your voice. Yet inside, he's losing the fight against the heat. The second sign is when the tongue spreads out like a shovel or heart shape. The tip widens noticeably. The saliva gets thick and sticky, almost syrupy. The panting grows even more desperate and less effective. You can see your dog working much harder to breathe but getting little relief. Thick saliva is a clear sign his cooling system is breaking down. His body is dehydrating fast while it fights to regulate temperature. The third sign is disorientation and collapse. Your dog staggers like he's drunk. He may fall or walk in circles. Some dogs vomit or have seizures. Their gums can change color, turning pale, purple, or blue. This is a critical emergency with imminent risk of death. Internal organs are failing. The brain isn't getting enough oxygen. Once the third sign appears, you have minutes, not hours. Time runs out fast. The difference between acting now and waiting could be your dog's life. Here is the problem. Many well-meaning owners make fatal mistakes when they see these signs. Mistakes that can kill your dog faster than heat stroke itself, and we'll look at them in detail in the next section. What not to do when your dog is having heat stroke. In the middle of panic, many owners make mistakes that can kill your dog faster than heat stroke. Your gut screams at you to do something fast, yet that urgency can be fatal. The deadliest mistake is using ice-cold water or dunking the dog in an ice bath. That triggers immediate thermal shock and circulatory collapse. Blood vessels constrict sharply, blocking blood flow to vital organs. Your dog can die within minutes from this shock, not from the heat. Another critical mistake is covering the dog with a wet towel. It sounds logical, but the damp towel traps heat and blocks ventilation. It's like wrapping your dog in a portable sauna. The heat stays pressed against his body. Forcing him to gulp large amounts of water causes water intoxication and brain edema. His brain swells and can kill him. Putting him straight into a hot car on the way to the vet wastes precious time and makes the overheating worse during the ride. These mistakes slash the chances of survival. They speed up organ failure and can turn a dog who still had a chance into a fatality in minutes. The life-saving protocol that actually works requires specific steps applied right away. How to act to save your dog's life. There is a specific 5-minute protocol that can make the difference between life and death. If your dog has heat stroke, every second counts when vital organs are failing. The first minute is absolutely crucial. Move your dog immediately to a cool, shaded spot. Start gradual cooling with lukewarm water, never ice water. The water should be between 59 to 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Thoroughly wet his abdomen, groin, armpits, and paws. These spots have blood vessels near the skin that help shed heat. Create a flow of cool air with a fan or air conditioner. This speeds heat loss through evaporative cooling. The mix of water and moving air is the most effective. If you have ice or frozen bottles, wrap them in a towel and place them on the groin and armpits, never on the back. Take his temperature every 2 minutes if you have a thermometer. As soon as his body temperature drops to 102 degrees Fahrenheit, stop the cooling process. Going further can cause hypothermia, another serious risk. This protocol should be carried out while someone else calls the vet and arranges transport. Don't wait to finish. Work in parallel so you don't lose critical time. When is it too hot for dogs? There is a specific temperature that becomes deadly for any dog. But here's the catch. It's not just the air temperature. It's the deadly combo of heat, humidity, and surface. This triple threat can turn an apparently normal day into a death trap. The rule that can save your dog's life is simple: 75 degrees Fahrenheit with high humidity or 70 degrees Fahrenheit on surfaces like asphalt becomes dangerous. Asphalt can hit 140 degrees Fahrenheit when the air is only 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Your shoes protect you, but your dog's paws do not. To gauge the danger, use the hand test. If you can't keep your hand on the pavement for 5 seconds, it's lethal for your dog's paws. The pain you feel in your hand is exactly what your dog would feel. These dangerous temperatures can happen even on days that feel cool because of the humidity. Humid air prevents your dog from cooling efficiently through panting, but some dogs are at higher risk even at lower temperatures, and that's what we're going to cover in the next section. Before that, I want you to know that if you go to happydogsplace.com/gift, you can download a free guide packed with tips to make your dog's life even happier. It's full of fun ideas, helpful strategies, and all the basics every pup needs to thrive. You'll find the link in the description. Which dogs are at the highest risk of heat stroke? Certain dogs are genetically doomed to suffer heat stroke, even under conditions other dogs handle just fine. Brachycephalic dogs, the flat-faced breeds, are 146% more likely to die from heat stroke. Bulldogs, pugs, and Boston Terriers cannot pant efficiently because their airways are compressed. Their shortened muzzles and narrow nostrils drastically reduce the area available for air exchange. Imagine breathing through a straw all day. That's their reality. Age multiplies the risk. Puppies haven't developed fully functional thermoregulation, and senior dogs often have heart and respiratory issues that hurt their ability to cool down. Obesity is also an issue. Overweight dogs retain more body heat and struggle to get rid of it. Coat color plays a role, too. Black fur absorbs more solar heat, turning your dog into a walking heat magnet. How to help your dog stay cool in summer? There are specific strategies that can keep your dog safe during heat waves. These techniques go beyond the basics and can save lives when temperatures turn dangerous. Cool water alone isn't enough. You need to create a survival microclimate around your dog. Your home needs to become a heat-proof refuge. Dog pools or small kiddie pools let your dog cool his paws and body whenever he needs. Cooling mats provide a chilled surface where he can rest for hours. Homemade popsicles made with chicken broth give internal refreshment while keeping your dog hydrated. Adjusting schedules is crucial too. Walks before 8 a.m. or after 8 p.m. avoid the day's most dangerous hours. Use fans to create cool air currents that amplify the cooling effect when you combine water and airflow. These strategies can cut the risk of heat stroke by 80%. Yet even with these precautions, common causes of heat stroke sneak up on owners until it's too late. The main causes of heat stroke in dogs. The most common triggers of heat stroke hide in activities that seem totally harmless. Everyday situations that raise no alarms can turn into death traps. Death trap number 1 is leaving the dog in the car for just 5 minutes. On a 72 degrees Fahrenheit day, the inside of a car hits 117 degrees Fahrenheit within an hour. Your dog can collapse in just 15 minutes even with the windows partly open. Exercising during hot hours is another silent danger. Nearly 70% of dogs with exercise-induced heat stroke get sick after just a simple walk on a hot day. Yards without shade turn your dog's safe space into a deadly oven. These situations create perfect conditions for body temperature to skyrocket rapidly. Spotting these traps can prevent 90% of heat stroke cases. Alright, now that we've covered everything you need to know about canine heat stroke, I want you to keep learning about your furry friend. That's why I recommend watching this other video that just popped up on your screen. In it, I explain the 7 mistakes you make every time you feed your dog. Tap the image to access the video and learn about each one.